Be advised, mature content ahead. This podcast is brought to you ad-free thanks to the Legion of Demons at patreon.com/NOTLP. If you like what you hear, there's much more at patreon.com/NOTLP. Join the Legion. That's patreon.com/NOTLP. And now the show.
How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Did you get lots of eggs?
Andy gave me jelly beans.
Andy gave me nerd rope. It's made of all of the people we know.
That's a euphemism for something.
Yeah, he gave me his nerd rope.
I got a chocolate execution device.
That's also
to atone for my sins.
Turn it upside down, I dare you.
All right, you monkeys.
All right, I'm going to get it.
Pay attention.
Oh.
Welcome to Night of the Living podcast, where we celebrate Jesus' resurrection.
I'm very excited to talk about the Lord today. Amy, welcome you back.
Thank you.
From your journey.
I had a journey.
To the southern United States.
I had an adventure.
You did.
Mother and I went and had a ladies' trip.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Cocoa Beach.
Oh, did you find any genie bottles?
You knew about that. See, I didn't know that I Dream of Genie
blink,
was set
blink, blink,
in Cocoa
blink,
Beach.
blink, blink, blink. Okay, I'm sorry, Amy. I don't mean to keep derailing you.
No, but
I'm just excited you're
I
back.
found that out because we're driving to this park to go to the beach, and there's an I Dream of Genie Boulevard. And I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then I Googled it.
That's where you go to get your wishes fulfilled, but it's just blowjobs.
I walk these lonely streets on the boulevard of broken genies.
On the boulevard of I Dream of Genies.
Do you guys want to know something else about Cocoa Beach?
Oh, yeah, lots of cocoa.
Guess who was born there?
You?
You were born on the beach?
No.
Oh.
Born on the beach.
Somebody better than me.
That'd be real messy.
Carrot Top.
He probably was born on the. He's probably born of the beach. He just was formed out of
He has
sands.
leathery skin.
Oh, like Venus. Huh?
Exactly.
He rose out of the foam.
But
Yeah.
like the shitty sand. It was like after all the pollution happened.
Yeah.
He does not have a boulevard. But
No,
they're
he
considering renaming Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard to Carrot Top Boulevard.
All of them.
The thing about Cocoa Beach is they do not have an MLK Boulevard because that is a white old place.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like
It's lovely though.
Do you feel like if he thought he could, Trump would try to rename all the MLK boulevards Carrot Top Boulevard? I bet he loves Carrot Top.
He would call him Trump Boulevard.
They're
Let's
Trump
be real.
Boulevard.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be his like olive branch to try and be like humble,
Oh, I see.
like to call it after his favorite
American
comedian.
treasure. It came.
Yeah.
It was a close race between you and Gallagher.
I'm sorry, Carrot Top is not Trump's favorite
His
comic. That is
prop
Jeff
comedy
Dunham.
is huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's Jeff
He's
Dunham.
a Jeff Dunham. For
Jalapeno.
I killed you.
He loves puppets. He loves props.
Because he likes that there's a Muslim one that like a terrorist one that and that makes him happy.
He thinks the old racist hillbilly puppet is like a true American hero.
Yeah. That puppet's making puppetry great again.
That puppet voted for.
Friend of the show, Gray Drake, told this awesome story about Carrot Top.
Yeah?
And it made me have a respect for him. He seems like a really sweet guy.
Listen, I bet he is.
I bet he is. I'm going to make no association between Carrot Top and Trump.
Yeah.
Anyone who creates props sheerly, did I make up a word? Just purely for bringing joy to other people.
Yeah.
He can't be a bad person.
What do you remember the first time you saw Carrot Top? I remember like being a kid and seeing that.
Yeah.
And it's
Sorry.
hilarious. It's
Yeah.
funny stuff. He's
I
like got
loved it.
multiple rolls of toilet paper and he's got all kinds of clever puns for it.
Do you remember he had the tennis racket that was also a bong?
I don't remember that, but do you remember Bobby Hill's favorite
that's when he got
comedian,
more
Celery
talent.
Head?
Celery head, yeah.
And he would play guitar with cheese.
What are you talking about?
I don't know you.
Do you remember when Bobby Hill got gout from eating too many cured meats?
Oh yeah, I
When
can't
the
forget
deli
that.
opened? Yeah,
Is that what causes gout?
Remember when he
It's
died
one of the
of
things.
complications from diabetes? That was a real dark episode.
I
It
feel
was.
like Bobby Hill was kind of like Freddy when he was a kid.
Yeah, totally.
You're not too far off the mark, actually.
And Freddy has gout.
So, Amy,
Yeah.
You have gout?
what else?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I wear these special orthopedic shoes. No, I do. I do have gout, but I don't wear it. Well,
What's funny is I don't have gout, but I do have slightly orthotic shoes.
I have inserts.
I have inserts too, and shoes, but I haven't worn them really much yet.
Welcome to Grandpa Cast.
One of my inserts has a tail on it.
How do you
for
treat
pet
your
play.
gout, Freddie? Just the inserts in the orthopedic socks?
Allopurinol. It will lower the level.
Lapurinol.
Lapurinol. The wailing. The wailing foot.
The wailing foot. I get it.
Yeah, so I went to the beach and we went to Epcot. Took Mom to Epcot, my favorite place on earth. She definitely loves Spaceship Earth, but does not enjoy the heat and the walking. So we didn't spend the entire 12 hours that I was planning on because that's how you have to do it.
Right.
But she definitely got to experience some joy in Disney.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So so you had to experience Epcot differently.
Yeah.
Did you get a different kind of joy out of it because you had to go slower, or you had to shorten your time, or just find like the...
Well, so I was just there in January. So when I realized we had to shorten the day because Mom was like not doing well. She was doing fine, but I was like, she's fucking tired. Let's get her out of here.
Yeah.
I was okay. I was like, well, I was just here. It's fine. And I even started to get like a migraine. But what I noticed when we're in Epcot, us for Horsemen of the Apocalypse, we're like bobbing and weaving and moving and grooving, right? We're getting around the people.
Right.
But now my mom is the people. And so then I felt a certain like, we're just being mean.
You're like, it's us.
We're like, I'm getting pushed aside and trying to make sure I have my mom.
And then Amy's mom turned around and said, "We're Americans."
It was like finding the Statue of Liberty on the beach. It was a different feeling.
Well, Amy, eventually that's going to be us too.
I know.
You damn dirty tourists.
But I think Mom's ready to go again, but this time we get her a scooter.
Yeah,
And I'm going to fucking run down some motherfuckers like, like, Mom, get up. It's my turn.
There's no shame in the scooter.
No.
At Disney World, that place is huge.
Epcot's enormous.
That's the one place I'll be like, all right, if you're just fat, it's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a real disability in my opinion.
Of course not. I don't. If you need to sit down, sit down.
Yeah.
Instead of a scooter, do you think they could come up with like little go-karts that are shaped like Dumbo?
Oh my god.
Well, when I was a kid, I would go to SeaWorld and they had strollers that were shaped like dolphins.
Oh.
I have pictures of me in that.
I have one like that on the back of Grape Ape, Kings Island.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, riding around the little scooter that...
Grape Ape.
Grape Ape.
I'm laying the groundwork to justify using a scooter in case anyone was wondering.
No, you need one of those backpack stools.
I got gout.
I'm fat. Get out of my way.
It is a lot, and I'm not good at
I've got
resting.
inserts.
I'm ready to go full Wally on this shit.
My concern with the scooter is I'm trying to like make it work into getting into La Cava. Like, how do you get the scooter into La Cava?
You don't. You leave it
the
outside.
best margarita bar in the world.
You get up because you saved all your energy for La Cava by not walking.
So you park it outside.
Yeah, and you're like,
you have
my
to.
metabolism will be devoted to digesting alcohol.
Yeah.
I understand.
See?
It's fine. Mom loved Mexico, which is my favorite pavilion.
Yeah.
In Epcot, if anybody was wondering, write that down in your book about Amy.
An illustrated book about Amy.
Too late. Can someone jingle my dingle down there? I'm getting weird only in one headphone, listeners.
Obi-Wan
Ooh.
headphone.
Jingles, dingle under the table.
I'm going to start with this one.
Yeah.
So you were seeing yourself as the people.
Still
Andy
in
says
one
we're going to
headphone.
become the people.
I mean, eventually you slow down, right? You just get older. I don't want to, though, so I need to work on myself. Emotionally, some would say.
You just be you.
I need
There we
some
go.
Growth.
Yeah. Well, it's...
The other thing about Cocoa
not.
Beach that everybody should know is about 78% head shops. So if you need dildo-shaped bongs or CBD gummies
I need all of those things. That's good enough. Thank you.
or
That's good.
stuff to pass piss tests, man, they got...
Monkey Whiz, baby.
I swear to God, every block there's another fucking smoke shop.
Not that I've used that.
Oh.
I actually haven't used it, so...
Yeah.
What?
Monkey
Nothing.
Whiz.
Monkey Whiz?
Tennessee.
But the day that Florida gets legal weed, I swear to God, I'm moving there.
What if it gets legal here first?
Yeah, but they have Disney there too.
Yeah, but once you're outside of Disney, it's Florida.
I like Florida.
That's right. You're from there.
I was born in Orlando. I do have an affinity for the camp and the filth.
You like
and
Florida?
The trash.
You like the humidity and the bugs?
I do. I'm a trash person.
It's the Dayton of the South, really.
Hey.
Sorry,
That
Shana.
is nothing.
Shana is going to write us. I can hear the keyboard clocking right now.
I did that for Shana.
I think, Florida's an interesting place.
And I just love it.
It's a big state.
Here's the thing: there's trash everywhere. I don't know why Florida gets all the shit on all the time.
It's the humidity.
They're extreme.
Yeah.
And they have alligators and pythons.
I went to
and Nile monitors.
I went to a miniature golf place. Mom and I went, and I won.
They
Sorry, Mom.
Full size.
And I won, but there were gators in like an enclosure. Like they couldn't get at you.
Yeah.
But it was called Gator in Golf.
Gator in golf.
But in other mini golf places, they are not in enclosures. They're just there.
Well, I mean, honestly, that is the thing about Florida. The gators are. I'm sorry, the mindfulness bell went off.
Yeah, we're being mindful right now.
I'm being mindful of gators, and you know what? That's just what they do.
I love gators.
I'm present with that. So the first time I ever went to Florida, sad story. I thought we were going to Disney World, but really we were taking my sister on a cruise that she got for high school, and I got to go to Gator World.
Yeah,
I would love to go.
That's all I want to do in Florida.
I hold a baby gator.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
You know how I never want to leave the Disney bubble? I think I'm a little ready to start exploring.
Yes,
you should take a fan boat tour through the Everglades.
Let's do it.
I would
or
love
Universal
that.
Studios.
I would love that. Let's all do that.
I saw a fan boat on our way from Orlando over to Cocoa Beach. There was somebody out doing that.
Do you remember Blueford?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't they had a fan boat?
That
Yeah, they
dog?
did.
Instead of the Mystery Machine.
Yeah.
It was a dog from Saturday Morning NBC, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it
it's
was
the other Scooby-Doo.
It was Southern Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not Scooby Dum. Don't get it confused.
No, yeah.
This
Oh my
is
God,
this
if
is
you do.
this is Aldi's brand Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Was it before or after?
Southern
Foofer?
flavor.
What was Uncle Scooby's name? Just Uncle Scooby?
Well,
gray one.
Scooby was. Oh, that was Scooby Dum. And then
Was it Scooby Dum? That was Uncle Scooby. Was Scooby Dum?
No, Uncle Scooby was Scooby Doo. That was Scrappy's Uncle Scoob.
Oh my God.
So Scrappy was Scooby Doo's nephew,
it's
and
like
he
Lord
called
of the
him
Rings.
Uncle Scoob. The gray one with the hat was Scooby Dum, and then there was a girl one, Scooby Dee.
Did they actually call him Scooby Dum?
Yeah. And he was like, and they were like, "You're so dumb, you fucking dumb dummy. Why don't you get the hell out of here? We're gonna make food out of you for
Man.
Scrappy." And he
Scooby
was
had
like,
an
"Oh,
edge.
that's mean."
That is mean.
You guys, the dogs are laying down right on the floor next to me right now. Millie
Downward
and
facing
Elsa.
dog.
They're very cute.
They're holding hands,
Aww.
sort of. They're touching paws.
Yeah.
Little
Pretty
babies.
sweet.
They love each other.
Speaking of Scooby-Doo,
yes, yeah.
Linda Cardellini
Oh yeah.
was in one of the movies we're going to talk about later.
She was just Cardelliniing it up everywhere.
Curse
Later or right now.
of La Llorona.
La Llorona. La Llorona.
She drowned both the kids. Such a crazy one.
La Llorona.
So, before we get into that, I wanted to say real quick.
Sorry.
Patreon.
Heard of it.
We are so amazing at keeping juicy, drippy, wet content going into your Patreon.
It is April Showers month.
It's April showers, drip, drip, drop. We'll get into, like I said, La Llorona and Mercy Black and
The Devil's Reign.
Devil's Reign soon.
You're not going to get much on Mercy Black because there wasn't much to Mercy Black.
But we available now. Our Origins episode, Out for Blood, the Fanglies and the hosts.
The Fanglies?
You remember the Fanglies?
No.
And then we'll have a new one also there today as well. Besides that, I wanted to say that we're doing our first live viewing party on our voice channel on the Discord server. So what you do is the event details are on our Facebook. We have an event page through our page. It's the Legion of Demons TV viewing party. It's going to be on our current TV voice channel on our Discord server. You can download the Discord app on pretty much any device. You use your ear pods or whatever you've got to talk. And we'll probably have Press to Talk on, which is like a walkie-talkie type thing where we can all watch a show together.
Can you type too?
Yeah, you can also chat. And then what we were going to do is just for fun, so something that's not too heavy that people can actually like chit-chat through without really missing anything, is a show called Paranormal Survivor.
Ugh.
It's on Netflix. Season 2, Episode 2. Unusual events take place in a tattoo shop. Strange voices travel through a family's vents.
Yep.
And a man regrets moving into a renovated building.
So Season 2, Episode 2. Family trauma makes people think they're seeing ghosts.
Yep. Speaking of, rest in peace, Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
I hope you're scamming people wherever
She's scamming
scammers go.
She's
in
scamming
their
the
life.
angels now.
Wouldn't it be funny if she got to the other side and was like, shit, I was wrong.
She didn't kill anybody.
No,
but she
have
was
no-
a party to
I
child
know,
abuse, so.
I have no beef with Lorraine Warren because I don't care enough to. And
There's a lot of like, if anybody like on Reddit, man, it got ugly quick.
I bet.
As far as what people defending,
No.
She's not well liked.
Well, I can tell you. Well, there's an issue. Like all you need to do is watch My Amityville Horror,
Yeah.
and see what kind of damage you can do by
Right.
encouraging a family to cash in on something that traumatizes their children.
Right.
It's lasting effects. It's nothing really to joke about or celebrate, in my opinion. But she's dead, and you're not supposed to speak ill of the dead.
Well, I also don't
And her-
celebrate Lorraine
Oh,
Warren,
fuck
just so
that.
you
I'm-
understand.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
That all day.
What's really
the
funny
day
are the
Donald
people
Trump
who are like,
dies.
"What's going to happen to the cursed items collection?"
Did
Oh, they're
someone
just going to
say
throw it in the
that?
garbage
Yeah.
since that's what it is.
Yeah. Those are people are online like, I wouldn't take it lightly.
Well,
Don't get me wrong.
What, the cursed items?
I believe
They
in the
wouldn't take
idea
that?
of cursed items, just not that she had any.
Yeah.
she lived to 92. Good for her.
Yeah. I
yeah.
heard she was a real sweet, personable lady.
I mean, Vera Farmiga liked her.
But people say the same thing about Donald Trump when you're in a one-on-one with him. They say, he's a sweetheart. You just don't know him like I know him.
So when he dies, we can't speak ill of him.
No, you shouldn't.
Mm.
not
So
right.
we're gonna watch Paranormal Survivor together.
Yeah.
We're going head to head against the Avengers, guys.
Oh, we should
Yeah.
do very well.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, we're only doing this, by the way, I didn't even say the time, did I? This is going to be happening.
If you're a demon, you should be able to divine that.
Yeah.
You should. Let's be honest. Thursday, April 25th, that's in 4 days, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then you can go see Endgame.
Well, you can
I
do
have-
it from your device, right? So
You
do
can.
it during the Avengers.
You theoretically
Sure.
could talk during Endgame. Yeah, just watch, have a second screen going.
Yeah, join the party from the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if you just weren't able to get tickets for opening night.
That too.
Yeah, I'm
is
waiting.
great.
This is also a test run for us to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Because I originally suggested the Great British Bake Off, but
Yeah.
Freddie went with Paranormal.
I'm not
Survivor.
sure how many tickets are left for ours, though, so you better be there.
That's right.
I mean,
Or be square.
There's
there's
a lot of
demand.
tickets.
There,
Yeah.
It could shut
A lot
down.
of
We might shut down the server.
We have too many tickets.
We're going to synchronize like 9:05
Swatches.
hit play.
I keep
9 to
watching the
5
app,
hit play.
and I keep seeing it getting closer and closer to being sold out. So better hurry and confirm Thursday night you'll be there.
Don't lie to people.
Get your spot.
That's just
What were
wrong.
you gonna say?
Ticketmaster
Okay.
bought out
Don't be a-
17
don't
different
be-
spots.
Don't be a Warren. Don't hoax
Yeah.
people.
And in case, did I mention that that's a Patreon benefit for being a member of the Legion of Demons? You get access to our Discord server. I
Right.
probably should have led with that.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
now you just dashed the hopes
Yeah,
of so many non-patrons.
You're just gonna hear Freddie just bitch about people who believe in ghosts.
Yeah, it might be some.
Do you want to hear him get real angry?
I don't get real angry.
Amy, you might be surprised I'm losing my faith in ghosts.
You are?
Here for your voice.
I know, right?
Andy, I don't even.
I
You
know,
don't
I
love
was-
love letters anymore.
I was a true believer, but it's just making me question things.
I hate you.
Oh, it's always good to question things.
Well, I still believe very strongly.
Thank
so.
you.
I want to believe. I'm like Scully.
No, you're Mulder.
Mulder wants
Doesn't
to
he want to
believe.
believe? He believes, right?
Well, it was his poster.
Oh, but
Whose poster is that? That's what we really want to know.
One of these days, I'm gonna take you, just you and me. We're gonna go find a haunted spot because
Well,
that's the
we're
way it
gonna
happens.
go to Waverly.
Well, we are, but I don't think anything will happen with all of us there. You can't make it happen.
Freddie dampens it with his negativity.
Oh, my
It's
wet
not-
blanket.
Well, it's not wet blankety, but I think when you take a group of people on a tour, I think the likelihood of
I want to see a ghost. So
We're gonna
bad.
have a
Witnessing
beer
any-
at Bobby Mackey's.
the ghost
it's gotta
can
be
sense
organic.
his negativity. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like bad energy.
He's
I'm
just-
not even coming out.
He just think he's too cool for us.
Can I
Can't
make
sit with us.
Can I make a confession?
Sure.
I'm just not that excited about Endgame.
Phew, I thought you were going to say you killed Jean-Benet Ramsey.
I'm more excited about Godzilla than Endgame, actually.
I'm excited about Endgame. What the fuck, man?
What'd you say, Andy?
Godzilla.
Obviously, I'm way more excited about that. But
what?
Like, I don't know. I keep trying to work up like for Infinity War. I was very excited.
Yeah, why don't you watch some porn parodies of Avengers stuff and you can get you all pumped up?
I rewatched Infinity War last night as prep.
I mean, I love that Ant-Man is going to be, I guess, prominent in this one. But
and you missed Jeremy Renner, and he'll be back, I'm sure. So.
Oh, sure.
Did you see Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I still haven't watched that one yet.
That one's really fun.
I keep meaning to, just in the afternoon. But
it's
I've been
very
doing stuff.
light.
That's all I want.
It's the antidote to Infinity War.
Sure. Well, I loved it. And I love Infinity War. Like I like the gamut from very serious to kind of goofy.
It's called the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, sorry.
Not the Infinity Gambit.
Gambit. The Infinity Gambit. But for some reason, like the trailers for Endgame are just not.
Well, they didn't want to give too much. They're assuming that you're just going to go anyway.
I know. I think too.
Yeah, they don't even need to make a trailer.
They just keep doing that. They do for me.
Okay. You weren't going to ever see the end of this two-parter?
It's possible that I might not for a while.
Don't be an idiot.
I'm not kidding.
Don't be an idiot.
If I'm not interested.
Kel, are you being an idiot?
I'm not.
I said don't.
I'm not. Don't. I promise I'm not.
Don't be an idiot.
I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't know. I want to be excited for it. I'm sure I'll see it.
I'm excited, but I'm not going to worry about the crowds opening night or anything. I'll wait till the weekend, but.
You're such an edgelord, Kelley.
It's not the movie.
Game of Thrones, I guess.
Actually, I made a post about that the other day.
Yeah.
About I can't stand when people do that. When they're like,
Yeah.
I don't even fucking watch Game of Thrones. I don't even fucking watch. I don't fucking like. I don't fucking watch Star. I don't know anything about Star Wars. Fuck you. Nobody asked you if you did.
I haven't seen a lot of those posts, Kelley. I think you're being
I've seen them on Twitter.
Preemptively mad.
No, I've seen them, bro.
They serve them specifically to him.
Yeah, Kelley.
I'm just saying the trailer for Endgame. This is all I'm saying.
I haven't even seen a trailer.
The trailer for Endgame to me, I think they keep trying to make them like real sad and slow, and that does not pull me in. I want to see colorful superheroes.
Do you watch
zipping around?
Do you watch The Tick on Prime?
I haven't yet.
Fantastic.
But I will.
One of the characters' names is Edgelord. One of the villains.
TV, it's taken us a while to work around to things. We're still working through Justified. Just started Parks and Rec season 2. Alise has not watched it yet.
Oh, really?
So I'm trying to jump her in to the gang.
Do you have cable?
We actually do have cable.
Okay. I feel like this is a part of it too.
But we don't watch it. We never turn our cable.
Like just being only on like Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I've gotten no like commercials for anything, and I think that kind of plays into like I don't know what to expect. I go into things blind, like when we saw What's It, and I thought it was Ma.
You know what?
We went to see. You didn't know what Us was.
I didn't.
Oh,
he didn't know going in at all anything about it.
I had seen the trailer for Ma, and
God, I want to see Ma.
You racist?
Because they it's because from the creators of Get Out.
So when you see it, I thought that was the.
You just saw a black person and said, "Ooh,
no,
horror movie with a black person."
but yeah,
check
so I
your
feel
privilege.
Like sometimes not having all those commercials and being inundated with it sometimes helps.
Well, the funny thing, I always just go to watch trailers because we don't watch our cable, but like anytime a trailer drops for a movie, I can't not do it. So I just am constantly waiting for trailers to come out. So I've watched like both of them, at least I think there's 2 of them. I've watched them both like several times. And I'm just like, I want to be excited for this. I want to be.
Don't be an idiot.
I want to be excited. I will see it, Amy.
You know you can choose excitement.
Thank you.
And then you can fake it.
If you choose excitement, maybe excitement will find you.
Maybe I will go in heart open.
Pretend it's a family reunion or something
with arms wide open.
You're like, what's that band? Arms wide open.
Creed.
You're like Creed.
Yeah, that's
You're just like Creed.
That's how I try to live my life. Anytime I'm like feeling
that's your creed
a certain way, my creed is Creed.
You have a Scott Stapp infection.
I'm like WWCD.
Your favorite boxer is Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed, and his son is my second favorite.
I still haven't seen those Creed movies.
I haven't either.
It's just been on the back burner forever now.
You gotta get it. I don't know. I haven't seen it in the mirror. Because the new Game of Thrones was coming out, I had told myself I have all this time to catch up on Game of Thrones because I hadn't watched episodes or seasons 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah, you had 2 years.
I had 2 years.
Yeah.
And so someone was like, "Oh, the new season starts, it starts Sunday," and I was like, "What?" But then I got sick, and I actually flew through season 5 in half of season 6.
Right.
It's a really good show.
It is a really good show.
I'm still not caught up.
Here's what you do, Mike. You just watch it, even though you've only seen one season. Like
Andy just plopped in and watched it.
Or Mike could be like me and be like, "There's this new show called Game of Thrones."
Yeah.
Well, no, and
Superior Donuts.
No, I watched the premiere. I've only seen one season, and I'm not lost. I know what's kind of going on.
Sure.
Right now.
You watched this at season 8. And you were okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Now, at the risk of sounding, I'm not trying to sound like one of those people. I haven't watched a season of Game of Thrones since The Red Wedding, but I read all the books. Mm-hmm. I know it deviates, and I will get back to it.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched Game of Thrones in a long time. Not because I'm not interested, but
there's too much TV. There's too many other things.
Because the Red Wedding wasn't a nice day for Red Wedding.
It was a nice day.
Was it because it was so upsetting?
No, we just don't
kind of
don't watch that much TV.
I gotcha.
I'm too busy making things.
Game of Thrones was too stressful for me.
Dookies.
That's right. It was like, especially at the time, things going on. I'm like, you have to be in the right mindset for that kind of.
It's pretty intense.
It's stressful.
Because I got back, got home from the beach on Monday, the day after the premiere. Freddie's like, "You want to watch Game of Thrones tonight?" I'm like, "Dude, I need a break.
What
I
we
can't
ended up watching something light
Saturday
instead.
Night Live or whatever."
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of a break, the curse.
Yeah, the Curse of La
Llorona. Listen, I'm gonna give it like a C+.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was acceptable.
If you were a programmer, would you give it a C++?
What I didn't know about this movie, much like Mike didn't know that Us wasn't Ma, I didn't know
that this wasn't a Medea funeral.
I didn't know that this was part of the Conjuring universe.
Oh yeah, that I did know.
And
I knew it was James Wan involved in some way.
And in a way, as much as I like the idea of this big shared universe, that was kind of a disappointing turn of events for me in the movie because I wanted this to be its own contained. Like, I wanted the legend. I wanted it to feel more like the legend.
It deserved a better movie.
Yeah, it deserves. That's exactly it. The legend deserves a better movie.
I'm glad that they kept the title La Llorona because that's kind of
instead of trying to Americanize
it, like the crying lady or something. Because that's kind of like it's kind of difficult to pronounce for some people.
No, I actually thought that was really cool too.
I like that idea and I like the legend behind it. I'm glad that they're reaching out to different sources for their universe, but I don't know if it needed like an hour-and-a-half movie.
Is that how long it was?
It was just it was fine. It was what you come to expect a little bit, but a little watered down.
If you've seen any of the other Conjuring movies, you've seen this movie.
It's better than The Nun by a mile.
Well, what's funny, I don't need much from these movies.
Me either. I was fine.
Before jumping into that though, the La Llorona, I'm one of those people.
La
Llorona. That is because they brought it into the. That is a long. that's a a tale from a long time ago.
Right,
that's like a legend.
It's like from like the 19th century, I think, is when this started. Like, and I think the original intention was to keep kids away from bodies of water because they kept drowning or like, don't go in there. It's like we could.
That's a third kid that fell in the creek. What are they fucking doing down there?
Just put up a fence.
Yeah, shit. It's either teach your kids to swim or tell them there's a booger man down there.
They didn't have water wings yet.
Yeah.
Now we just put water wings on our kids until they're 14 and everything's okay.
Yeah.
It's essentially like a lady killed her kids
because of infidelity, and it's every time I hear this legend, it's different. It's either she killed them because her husband was cheating, or she killed them because she found a new man who didn't want kids.
Susan Smith.
Like a Susan Smith situation. But the point is she regretted it. And now she wants yo kids.
It's essentially
yo kids.
How'd you get
So wait, it's a cautionary tale against infidelity or from water?
Really, the original
scare
reason
kids.
it was to scare kids.
Keep
Okay.
them in line.
But now, in this film, it has no center whatsoever.
Well, here's
There's
what I'm
also
trying to get at, like, because I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah.
Like, is Conjuring pulling this legend that is not really the Conjure in that mythos? They're pulling a legend that
Well, all the
into
things-
their universe because this existed beyond that universe.
Yeah.
A lot of their things
Yeah.
have, but that's how they are. Like,
Yeah.
they pull things from real stories and
ripped from the headlines of,
ripped from the headlines
the
of
National
paranormal,
Enquirer.
the
Yeah.
paranormal headlines.
Weekly World News.
So
Yeah,
like,
there you go. Ripped from the headlines of the Weekly World.
so I think
missed that.
some of the other ones have been like supposed, real. Well, again, the
Well,
Warrens.
they're all like cases that were
Yeah, the
in
Enfield
the media.
haunting.
Enfield haunting.
That was
yeah.
a real
So
thing.
it's not really fair to say it's their universe. I mean, this existed outside of their universe.
Yeah, but
there's
the-
a character that it shares.
Their characters,
with an
yeah.
Annabelle.
that
Annabelle.
the universe itself created to pull it into
Yeah,
their universe.
that's
okay,
it.
so
There's a lot of
Tony
retconning.
Amendola,
Yes. Okay.
who played Father Perez, who I thought, spoiler alert, I thought that character died in one of the Annabelle movies, but I guess not, because he's in this and he tells the story of Annabelle again. And
briefly.
So
briefly.
it's almost like it's not the Conjuring universe. It's almost like it's the Annabelle universe.
I feel like you're right. It is almost
Yeah.
more fair to call it the Annabelle universe because the Annabelle
Works
doll
into all these
is in
goddamn
all of them.
things.
Yeah.
Except for Sinister, which I know
We
you're not
did-
sure that's.
I don't. Yeah,
but I
don't
think it is.
We saw the
maybe.
trailer for the new Annabelle, and it looks really good.
I love the Annabelle movies. I even like the first one.
It's all right. I love the second one. a
The
lot
second one's
more.
way better.
Yeah.
I mean, the second one is way better, but I do
feel
like the
the
first
problem
one.
I have with these movies, even the best of the Conjuring universe movies, don't hold up super well on a rewatch.
Well, you know what's funny? The first Conjuring movie, I'll agree a little bit.
Yeah.
The first time I saw The Conjuring, I was blown away. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is scary." So I watched again, and it lost a little bit, but I've watched it probably 4 times. These are movies I can rewatch. I've watched
Yeah.
Sinister a few times. With respect to your possible idea, that it's
Sinister's if that's part of the universe,
I
that's
love
my
Sinister.
favorite.
It's
my
also
favorite, too.
my
Yeah.
favorite, I think, too. Although Annabelle 2 is right up at the top as well.
Which one's
Yeah.
Sinister again?
The one with the tapes
Ethan
in the
Hawke.
attic.
Is that Ethan Hawke? Is
Yeah.
that the same? That's not. This is
I don't know.
The same people.
I
I thought it was
same people.
Insidious.
Same
Insidious.
people.
I'm gonna
Terrible.
Google this shit while we're
Whatever. It
fucking
doesn't
Google
matter.
that shit.
It's the Lee Winnell James Wan demon verse.
Yeah.
I mean, my only thing is, like, I got introduced to this this tale at Universal Studios, actually, about, I think, 7 or 8 years ago. They did a haunted house for that, and I never heard of it.
Yeah.
And it was one of their best haunted houses. They did a fantastic
Which
job.
what, Conjuring?
No, La
La Llorona?
Llorona. And so I did a little, I was interested in this whole tale because it was such a great thing.
La
But then I'm
Llorona.
not sure how it actually pulls it into this
It's
Conjuring
just-
universe. And if it did, is that really fair that they're calling it theirs when that story has
that
existed
they're-
for...
Yeah, I don't think they're claiming it. They're just.
They're just
using
using
it
that
It's
as
kind
a
of like what
tale.
they did with the Cloverfield. They're just buying things and just saying it's Cloverfield.
Well,
Okay.
and it's kind of like if you make a Bigfoot movie. I mean, Bigfoot belongs to everyone, but it could be part of your Bigfoot universe.
I gotcha.
I do enjoy there's I don't know what to call him. He has a name and I don't remember the name. It's Mexican.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Magician, priest, healer dude. What's the
I
name?
forgot.
I'm sorry. I like all his fun little tricks.
Yeah, I do like that. Actually, pulled from like Mexican culture.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's kind of like
Mexican Catholicism is my favorite.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like eggshells you're walking on.
Yeah.
It's funny because they use eggs in this movie. But I didn't feel it was like culture vulturing.
Well, the
Okay.
mixture of like the Santeria and,
Yeah.
and the Catholicism stuff. But you know what?
Catholicism.
The cat, they play the guitar. And,
Catholicism.
I'm a cat-holic.
yeah, this movie doesn't follow its own internal logic.
It's silly. And Freddy had
And they
the
throw
whole way
so
home. He's
much
like,
shit
and then
at the
they
fan."
did this.
Well, that's the third thing about this universe. It's very religious based, which kind of bothers me.
It is, but I don't mind that. Like, obviously, I sorry, listeners, but I hate religion. But I do like religious horror, like, because I can just kind of like go into the world of the story, so it doesn't bother me at all.
I love religious
Yeah.
horror. Like, if religion as a backdrop is much more interesting to me, like, especially with a movie like Wreck, for example.
Yes, agreed.
Where-
And The Devil's Reign.
And The Devil's Reign, which we'll get to
will be.
later.
Well,
yeah.
I like it when they don't need it to advance their story. Like you need to have all these movies about you need to have faith again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I guess it would be
discovering
nice
your
if you
faith.
could touch my
Yeah,
body.
it's just very. The notes, they hit every single note from all the movies. It's like you can set your watch to it.
Well, yeah, they take a template of the Conjuring story.
It's basically Paranormal Witness.
It is.
On a grand scale.
Which, I mean,
which I love, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? If you can make money by taking the same story and dressing it in different clothes every time, it's the paper dolls, you know?
I mean, it's ghost story. That's all ghost stories are, which is why I really do like these movies. I wanted to say real quickly about The Legend of La Llorona. It's also very reminiscent of just like that Lamia, like that goes back thousands and thousands of years of the woman who kills her children and then becomes a creature that kills other children because as a punishment, in the afterlife.
Which is basically
I like to see
Lilith,
what
Lamia.
I like to hear what Lewis Fowler thinks about this.
Me
movie.
too. I kind of wish that I had roped him in on this.
Get well soon, Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I did want to say something and it went away. Oh, Freddy came up with a real interesting criticism of the movie on the way home because he's like,
not enough titties.
Yeah, and I thought that was weird. No, he's like complaining about this
boner.
and this,
Not
and
enough
then
dongs.
He says, "I know it's make believe, but you have to make me believe."
Actually, I feel like that is a valid criticism, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
When you create an internal
It
logic,
just made me laugh so
your
hard.
internal logic doesn't have to work in the real world, but it has to obey its own rules.
If you're not making
Right?
a surreal movie,
Right.
yes. If you're making,
if
this
it's
is why
surreal,
so many things bother me.
Right.
Is because I'm like, this doesn't make any
Yeah.
fucking sense.
I don't even know what the rules were that they set up in this movie.
Well, he says there's a character who is kind of the heroic
because if
priest
if
character.
La Llorona is just for snatching babies, how come she didn't snatch the baby right away?
Well, there's so many reasons. There's so many moments in this movie that are like, oh, what?
Why did it take so long for them to snatch these two kids? Like,
Yeah.
she's not very good at snatching babies. When
For someone who is a professional,
Yeah,
has been doing it for
She's
100
better at
years.
snatching wigs.
Yeah.
What happens is to create tension and drama, they turn them into Scooby-Doo ghosts
Yeah.
where they just want to scare you first. Doesn't seem like they make them do
they
things
they,
just to
they
scare
show
you.
the daughter watching Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. So
In
to let
the
you
movie.
know, they're like,
Yeah.
we're doing this
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo style,
And,
just in case you're
and
wondering.
Linda Cardellini, Velma.
Velma.
She's in it. She's the star.
Hot Velma.
yeah, I'm always so confused about the Annabelle. Like, what is her intentions? Like, if you want to cause
Not
chaos,
good.
just
What are your intentions with my daughter, La Llorona?
It's like
To drown her.
these aren't.
Okay.
Well, you kids have fun.
These ghosts and demons aren't very good at their job.
Well,
Annabelle, if she wants to kill people, just kill them.
Yeah. Well, there wouldn't be much of a movie there, but also there's a laziness in the writing where mild spoilers. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Mild spoilers. There's a way to block La Llorona from entering places, yet she can teleport, apparently, if we're to believe events earlier in the film. But
Not into Hogwarts, she can't.
here's the thing. You can use this mystical thing to keep her out, or you can nail the door shut.
You
But
choose.
apparently,
Your choice.
They both work.
Your choice.
Here's the thing: why didn't she just go to another entrance and just
Or break a window.
go around?
Yeah, when you watch this,
thing?
it probably frustrate you.
Oh, and Andy, to answer your question about why doesn't Annabelle just kill people? I think a large part of the idea behind this is that they're not just trying to kill people. There's like an idea about creating belief and fomenting fear, so that belief kind of, I think, is supposed to fuel the energy behind these things.
It's like Peter Pan or Tinkerbell, right? You
A little bit, yeah.
you gotta
Like religious
believe.
belief in this one?
Well, I think it's just
Not Annabelle.
I think it's just we are from the underworld, and
So
we need you to believe
they
to
need
give us power.
They need to spread the belief of this evil going around, not just
You
one
can
person.
die. You can die. You can die.
and sometimes they kill people to foment that belief. And
I want to say something positive, though,
Oh.
if that's okay.
+4.
This director, although he made this movie that frustrated me and was middle of the road at best,
He sent you flowers.
he directed one of the coolest music videos I have seen in a long time. Billie Eilish or Eilish, however you pronounce her
She's
name.
Oh yeah, my
she's
kids
the hottest right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, my
She
kids
dir-
like her.
Have you seen the Bury a Friend music video?
Nah.
It's fantastic. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Watch the Bury a Friend music video. And also, he's going to be directing the next Conjuring film.
Is
this
it
director,
is
so.
it BERRY, comma a friend, and it's all about nature's gifts to us.
Barry, a friend.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah. See what
It sounds like one of Mr. Stephen Keaton's documentaries he would make for PBS on Family Ties.
Yeah.
Just like it.
Stephen Keaton, not Michael Keaton. I want to go back a few episodes. I feel like I said that they named him Michael Keaton and his name is Michael Gross. And I was like, isn't that funny? And now I realize that I was completely wrong. It's Stephen.
Yeah. Central Ohio Flowers and You.
Toledo.
A documentary.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much.
Can I say one more thing? I know we've been kind of crapped on this movie, but
Leland College.
it's just real lazy because this bitch looks like the nun.
She does.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they had extra
Wouldn't
white
it be funny
makeup.
if it was just the nun with a La Llorona mask?
I mean, it'd be like
Surprise!
They took it off like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, exactly. But it was still just a ghost.
like since in the same universe, there's like the nun, like get off my nuts, bitch.
My nun nuts.
It's like
Wouldn't that be funny to have like a
Hey,
battle
nun
royale
nuts.
between all the Conjuring ghosts? That should be a Mortal Kombat.
like do they talk shop? Like is this like they have a rivalry in the office?
That's
Right?
true.
Yeah.
We should get Bagul. We should get Darth Maul from Insidious. The Conjuring Witch.
Darth
The
Maul.
Enfield thing.
Do you think
La
La
Llorona, the nun, Annabelle?
They all hang around the water cooler at Blumhouse, but the La Llorona is in the water cooler.
Mercy
just
Black
floating.
keeps trying to come in and be cool, and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
I feel like
She's the IT guy.
Annabelle and the nun. They're kind of like HBICs,
Uh-huh.
and they kind of pick on La Llorona because she's a new girl,
Oh, yeah.
and they always undermine her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Even though like La Llorona is trying her best, but Annabelle and the nun, they're just talking shit behind her back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They're so Lindas.
Women should stop tearing other women down.
Yeah.
Especially ghost women.
Once you
ghosts
die,
gotta
you
stick
should drop
together.
those kinds of behaviors.
Yeah.
There are bigger things at
And
play.
the thing is, Annabelle and the nun, they don't even like each other, but they're united in their
ganged up.
hatred for La Llorona.
Because they're racists.
La Llorona.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, everybody. You ready to move on
Oh, I think so.
to the other realm?
But it's actually the same realm.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Don't watch Mercy Black.
Oh!
Okay, what's the plot?
Quick plot.
All right. You know those girls that killed another girl because of Slender Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh.
It's truly inspired by, like, it's legitimately inspired by that.
Is Mercy Black the Slender Man?
Yeah. And so, spoiler alert, before you get, like, they start out now-ish. In flashbacks, we learn that the main character who's being released from a mental institution, when they were kids, her mom was sick and she was sad, and her friend had a hard life. And so this older girl convinced her that if they sacrificed their friend to this entity, Mercy Black, then she would take away their sadness. So they killed their classmate and got sent to mental institutions. Then she comes back and lives with her sister, and she keeps seeing shit, and her nephew starts getting into it, and it's all just goofy. It's like a Lifetime movie. It's if Blumhouse was like, let's outsource this script isn't good. Let's outsource this to Lifetime. And Lifetime made it, and they were like, don't spend too much time on it. That's what this would be.
Oh.
There's an adorable chubby boy named Dylan Gage who's wearing a bow tie on IMDb.
Yeah, sure.
His profile.
Was he in this movie,
Yeah.
Freddy?
No, it's just a random chubby kid. I wanted
Oh, he is adorable.
Look how cute this little boy is.
He's a cute little
in the-
butterball.
Is he cute in the movie? Is he a cute thing?
No.
Does he get dismembered?
No.
Dismembered?
He's dismembered.
This is
But
this is like a Law and Order episode, like rip from the
Yeah.
headline.
it's a lot like a Law and Order episode, except not as well acted. Janine Garofalo's in it. I didn't even realize that was her.
Really? That's interesting.
Like, I was sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden I go, "That fucking Janine Garofalo?
Is that Dean King?
that Dean Game?"
That's
TM John
Mulaney.
I get to see Patton Oswalt next week. That's
So
the
what
best
is-
part of this review.
What is a Mercy Black? What does she do?
She appears and takes away your sadness.
Does she
That's
kill
really
you?
nice.
Did she take it away by
Well,
killing
then she
you?
starts haunting. No. No, it's stupid. It's she makes you kill someone and then she makes your life better. But
Takes
she
away
actually
all your
doesn't.
sadness.
She doesn't actually do that.
Filled my heart with gladness.
Best part about this movie
Kills adolescents. That's what she do.
So what does she look like? Is she like Slender Manny?
No,
She's Fat Manny.
she's just
It's called curvy.
I'll let people if someone wants to get to it, they can do that. But the best part about it is it's only 88 minutes long.
Oh, yeah.
Although you're gonna be
Mercy.
like, I thought this was only
That is
88
mercy.
minutes, but it feels really long because it's very slow.
Sorry.
It's just the worst thing about it is just the acting. The thing that really knocked me out of it. The story is whatever. Done in better hand. And I'm sorry, Mr. Egerton, if you're listening, you're probably not. But if you are, or someone tells you they didn't like your time, maybe it's not your fault. I don't know, but I just didn't like this, and
Somebody needs to be held responsible for this.
the actors.
I want people to cook food for Kelley and him also give this same kind of review to it. Like, here's the thing: your eggs, the yolks are. I mean, they're just they're beyond hard where I like them, and your presentation not so great.
It's like Chopped.
The biggest problem is the main actor. She just is bad in this movie. I've never seen her in anything else.
Vampire Diaries, right? Is it this Danielle Pineda?
Yes.
Pineda?
Yeah, that's her.
Panini.
Who is
Yeah,
that? Let me
that's her.
see. Oh, I don't know.
You don't know her?
I don't know her.
The thing
Ooh.
right out the gates. There's
Shade.
there's this this is how I knew what I was getting into. So there's a scene where Janine, it's a great song. She's releasing Marina, who is the main character, from the mental institution, and she said, she's explaining to her progress or whatever, and the actress or the character Marina repeats back. She's like, I know I'm a blah 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 with schizophrenic tendencies. Like, she repeats back just to give you this is the most clunky exposition dump. One of the most clunky exposition dumps I've ever heard, and it's delivered so flatly and just like.
It'd be fun sometimes if a director actually does a Terry Gilliam style animation of a butt opening and a bunch of words falling out of it that explain the setup for a movie.
I would love that.
That'd be awesome, though, right?
I would be like, you know what?
And call
They
it
did
the
something with-
exposition dump.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it like that.
Yeah.
I would actually I would like this movie better. I'd be like,
Yeah.
it was mostly dumb, but then there was this crazy Monty Python style of thing that
And
happened.
then a hand with toilet paper comes and it wipes up, but the
leftover
wipes,
letters, yeah.
it wipes up into the real live action footage.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
it wipes away the animation, and then your movie starts.
We're gonna
Freddie,
do
you
this.
should direct that piece.
He should.
Yeah.
You've got a vision.
It's a cool idea.
It is a cool. I
Right?
agree.
Yeah, let's
So
do
anyway, no recommend.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kelley.
You're welcome. Was that short?
Short.
Sure.
I like how Andy was like, I wonder if you're going to be able to keep this short, Kelley. And then he keeps asking you questions.
Well, he was trying. It was.
I'm
He
testing
was
you.
Owen Egertoning you on.
I'm testing you.
I see.
that was a terrible pun.
No,
I
it was
just made.
great. The only reason I didn't say Zao is because I had tea in my mouth.
Yeah, that's what you always say.
I was-
So good job, Kelley, for keeping it short.
Good job, Andy.
Despite
for
my
not
best
keeping
efforts.
Cheers.
He was trying to take you down.
I know, and on a different day that might have worked,
Yeah.
but there's just nothing
Yeah.
to say about this movie.
Ooh, I'll be a good lawyer, huh?
You would. I'll allow it. All right. Well, I got a movie bullet. Freddy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
You died. It was not plugged in, but just trust me that you
Why is
died.
it not plugged in?
Well, it
She
is.
used the silencer.
It is
All right.
plugged in. I mean, people
an
will hear
assassin.
it because I will enter that sound effect
I'll
later.
enter you later.
You're gonna watch a movie.
Yeah.
Is that a
Called-
threat?
I'll enter you later
I'm just ignoring
on our
it.
anniversary.
Or is that your idea of sexy talk?
Sexy.
Well,
You ready to get entered?
Oh.
I'm gonna fill your vagina with my penis. It's erect. I love you.
Ooh, don't turn me on right now.
I know, right?
That's Kelley's magic.
Freddy,
Yes, ma'am.
you are going to watch a movie called Big Legend.
Speaking.
It's about John Holmes.
It's got a really short. It's on Prime, Amazon Prime.
I thought you said it was big.
It stars a giant Tom Cruise and a giant Tim Curry.
Is Tim Curry real short?
I don't know. No, because Legend was a movie.
Legend. No, I know
Big
that.
Legend.
Yeah, I got
It's the same movie, only they're bigger.
Right, Tom Cruise. For a second, I was like, why?
Mia Sarah?
Yeah, now I'm with you.
That's what I should have done.
Unicorn. No,
a giant Mia Sarah.
A giant Mia Sarah.
All right, bitches. An ex-soldier ventures into the Pacific Northwest to uncover the truth behind his fiance's disappearance.
Is this a Bigfoot movie?
Yes.
Sweet. Does it look stupid?
Actually, it's got pretty good reviews on Prime. I don't know.
Oh, Kelley, you're
It's an
so
hour,
easy.
29 minutes.
Ooh.
All I gotta say is Bigfoot. Sweet.
Well, it's I like
It's got
Bigfoot.
closed captions.
I was gonna
It's
text you
in
so-
English.
I'm gonna text you
Captions
Bigfoot.
and
You're gonna-
English.
Hi.
So Big Legend, it's on Prime if you want to play along.
That's a
listener.
bad title.
It
right?
is, Andy. Let's air
Yeah,
5 because
air
I was
five.
just about to
It's
say
either a bad title or a great one. I can't decide.
I can't either because at first I was like, I'm interested in Bigfoot, but that sounds like a children's movie.
or a country song.
Or a
Big Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
ran off into the woods, and wouldn't you know he'd seen? Bam.
a lot of Bigfoot movies have bad titles,
Legend.
and I don't know why.
Because they're always trying to use the word big.
It's just, or I mean, just a lot
It's
of
just
them.
called Big. It's like a remake of Big.
He was driving the Mack truck down the 409 when he saw a hairy man from behind. He must have been about 8 feet tall, so they called him Big Legend. Big Legend, the legend of Big.
I want you guys
Foot.
to write this and do it.
We can.
Big
Okay.
Legend.
I just,
Big Legend.
anyway.
Get my jug out.
Yep.
Then he swerved to miss a truckload of orphans, and he hit Big Legend. Big Legend.
Why were there orphans? Why was there so many orphans?
They were on a trip.
Oh, okay.
Big Legend was mighty injured, but he stood up and began to stagger away into the woods. And if you listen sometimes, you can still hear the cries of Big Legend, Big Legend.
All right, we'll be back.
You sound so exasperated.
This week's main attraction, we're still drip dropping Little April Showers. From 1975, the film that ruined Robert Foyce's career.
Which is amazing. This is a good movie.
I like it.
I love this movie.
The Devil's Reign. From IMDb, a Satanist cult leader is burnt alive by the local church. He vows to come back and hunt down and enslave every descendant of his congregation.
That synopsis doesn't do this movie justice.
By the power of a book of blood contracts in which they sold their souls to the devil. Starring Ernest Borgnine of 10.
Starring Ernest Borgnine's fucking eyebrows.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
I love Ernest
He's
Borgnine.
I
the
do
most
too.
Great
adorable
eyebrow.
man ever.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be my grandpa.
He always looks a little mad, but like,
I bet he
that's
has.
fine.
I feel he has Werther's all the time in his pocket.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
dead, but
He's dead, but he probably still does.
He's probably buried with a
They
lot of
buried him
Werthers.
with
he
him.
lived to be 95 years old.
Wow,
Yeah.
good for him.
Have you seen The Wild Bunch? If you like Ernest Borgnine, that's my favorite Ernest Borgnine.
We got to watch The Wild Bunch, bro.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Sign Adventure, too, is pretty fun.
I really enjoyed this movie, and not in a so bad it's good way. Like, I love 70s occult Satan movies.
Yeah.
And this was, I thought, really well directed. There's some fucking unbelievably great shots in this movie. I'm actually going to steal one for a project.
Why not?
There's a scene where at the end, Tom Skerritt and whoever the woman is
Yeah.
pull up in front of that church in his car, and the car just like centers in front of it, and it's such
Oh,
a
yeah.
great
I love that moment.
shot.
Yeah.
And then the car blows up.
Yeah.
Anyway, this I know it's goofy, and if someone says, "Oh, this was so crazy and like bad," I'll give it to you. But I don't think there were any problems if you compare the. I felt like it was a lot like the Sentinel. Actually, I really got a lot of Sentinel vibes from this.
Yeah,
the satanic imagery was really cool. Ernest Borgnine was scary. The fucking makeup was great.
Oh, the makeup's my favorite thing about this movie.
The makeup was awesome. Me and Alise were talking about how I said like, and I don't want to sound like I'm sorry if I sound like one of these people, but I felt like the practical effects were so much scarier than like if this movie was made now, it'd be some weird CGI attempt at melting faces, and it wouldn't be scary. But like
it's
I was
super gross
this,
in this.
I could put myself in the mindset of the time this movie was made, and like really, I got really into it. I loved this.
Did it remind you of RoboCop with the melting man? Like, remember that moment when they're driving around and the redheaded guy is melting and they hit him with his car and he explodes?
I mean, now that you say it, it does. I didn't think of that though. I love RoboCop. I don't think about it a lot.
I think about it all the time.
There were so many. There were just a Foucault.
Yeah,
there are a bunch of other occult movies that this.
But I love the movies where there's curses on families like this. I feel like this is a very standard story, but no matter what, if you do it well, I love this. Because we saw something last year like similar, didn't we?
Yeah, well, when we did the the
witches.
witchery, there was a movie called like City of the Dead, I think is the name of it. It has a few different names, but I want to say City of the Dead.
This is a very good Halloween movie. Yeah. I want to watch this in October.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is a fun movie, man.
And I want to do that when I'm burned alive too.
Yeah, curse somebody.
Yeah, even if they've done nothing wrong for me.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say the idea of like how beautiful this film was. It reminded me a little bit of I'm going to say this wrong too. Giallo, like like an Italian, because there were so many like vibrant colors and everything's so liquidy and vibrant, and the stained glass. It's just really was just the movie really pops, and for the time period that it was, it's like wow, this.
You know, it's funny. I remember
unlike
this.
a Giallo movie though. I liked this a lot, like because
I'm just talking the story and the look.
Yeah, I always remembered this as a made-for-TV movie in my memory.
Yeah,
and I can still kind of see why I thought that as a kid.
Yeah,
but watching it now, I realize, it's got a much broader scope. It looks almost like a like the way it's shot is like a lot of great westerns.
Exactly,
that kind of style.
And actually, again, when we were watching this, we kind of brought this up. It looks like where all of those movies were shot, like whatever that like spot that the studio owns,
right, like out in Arizona or wherever the hell it is.
And I could be wrong. I don't know if anyone can even say this for sure, but there's a shot where they show like a creek and like some trees, and it looks exactly like the spot where the skipper was hanging Clint Eastwood at the beginning of Hang 'em High.
Durango, Mexico. That's where it's filmed. I didn't know it was even. Yeah,
So it could be. I'd love to know if anyone wants to Google that. I'm not going to, but if it was the same place they filmed Hang 'em High, I'm going to feel like an amazing person for catching it.
So I was thinking to myself as we're getting into the story that I was like, it's weird to have Satan in this kind of thing in the setting that it was, which was dusty and dry.
It was a Western Satan movie.
And I was like,
fucking great.
It's more, I'm like, that's New England, bros. But then it turns out that's where the origin of the curse and the whole, they came from Salem. Was it Salem?
Probably.
Something like that.
They
were
said
just
where
Puritans.
it was. Yeah.
They were,
which was a great reveal.
Somewhere.
That was a great. Can I tell you something funny? I didn't even realize it was a flashback at first, and so when the character of Corbus comes out and he's dressed like a Puritan, I was like,
he's like, let me change it to something more comfortable.
I was like, is that a pilgrim hat he has on? And then I realized it was a flashback when the mob shows up. But
didn't you like that everybody, all their descendants look just like them?
Yeah, William Shatner was never more at his William Shatneriest.
Oh,
and.
Oh, the face.
And I two things I want to say.
Yeah.
First of all, I think he's wearing his own clothes in this movie because the outfit he has on at the beginning is, if it's not the exact same outfit, it is a complete analog of what he wears in Kingdom of the Spiders.
And he had a Starfleet communicator.
He had his Starfleet communicator.
Kind of took me out of it. It was weird.
And the coat from Rescue 911, his trench coat. Wait, that might have been Robert Stack.
No, that-
Unsolved
That was,
Mysteries.
Robert
Unsolved
Stack was
Mysteries.
Unsolved
You're
Mysteries.
right. It was
But I
William
don't
Shatner.
think Shatner wore a trench coat.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got that.
The
conflated.
trench coat is what you screwed up.
But
That's the part you got wrong.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch Kingdom of the Spiders again just to be sure.
Oh, sure.
But it looks like he's got the same like Marty McFly vest, a plaid shirt,
Same
tucked
straw
into
hat.
jeans.
Gotta have the hat.
and but I love him. I thought he was great. And then
I love him.
the second thing is, do you think this is where the mask that they
It is.
use is it?
What happened was Don Post
Yeah.
Studios, they did the life cast for this movie. Good catch. They did the cast to make the eyeless version of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because they're smart, when they decided to make a Star Trek mask, they already had the cast. So they're like, oh, you know what? We can multi-purpose this and make a Captain Kirk mask. And then, 4 or 5 years later, somebody from Carpenter's team, Tommy Wallace, I think, right? He goes out and finds
TLW.
the William Shatner mask and paints it white.
That's awesome.
It's full circle, man.
It is, and
it's all connected.
Because there's that moment. Did you catch it when like you were watching? And I was like, "That's
Yeah.
Michael Myers right fucking there."
Yeah.
It was when
I pointed like I am right now.
all the people who have been sworn to Satan, their eyeballs go away, and they put these like. It looks like black screens on
It's
their
scary
eyes.
though.
It is
scary.
And their faces start looking
Oh,
waxy.
if I'd
And that was the moment I'm like, that's Michael Myers.
if I'd seen this as a kid, this would have been one of my favorite movies ever.
When when they melt completely and it's just the face kind of outline left in the puddle.
Yeah,
It was great.
I
That's
agree.
fantastic.
The moment there's and obviously as always we're gonna spoil it. So go back 15 minutes and realize that, and watch the movie.
Well, you had enough time, like 40 some odd years.
You can watch it on YouTube, and it's a great transfer.
It is a great
It is.
transfer.
That's what I thought too. I was like, this must be a
And
remaster. The colors
surprisingly
are
about
bright.
the only place you can find
Unless
this
you want to
movie.
buy it on disc.
Okay.
But I love the moment where they're fucking around with William Shatner and they've got him tied up, and then Lilith, the Queen of Delights, comes over and like makes out with him for a second, and then she pulls back and it's his eyeless mom. Like fucking hardcore.
Who hasn't had that dream?
Me?
Anyway.
You know what's weird too? This is like I always thought that Carrie was John Travolta's big break, like film debut thing.
I don't know that this was a break.
Well,
but he
but
was
this,
in it.
this
Is he
was
in
the-
this?
Yeah.
He was the.
He's Danny?
He's one of the.
He really is
Sandy.
He's one of the eyeless people.
Wow, I did not even know that.
But in the IMDb trivia, and I don't know if this is true, but the woman who plays Tom Skerritt's wife,
She gave him Dianetics.
she's the one who introduced him to Dianetics and Scientology. And look where we are at now.
Oops, that's like
that bitch should be put in jail.
That's like when my aunt introduced my mom to JWs. God damn her.
What do you think, Anton LaVey? He was in this.
He was
one of
in
the
it.
priests. He was also the consultant, like the head of the Church of Satan, in case anybody doesn't know. But like, what do you
And
think?
his wife was in it.
And
or sister. I don't know. Some woman with his same last name.
Same
Oh
thing.
yeah, I didn't know that. Interesting. What do you think he thought of being around Scientologists on this? He's like, you guys are weirdos.
I think he probably just chuckled to himself a lot.
Wasn't LRH kind of involved with Anton LaVey though?
They're all connected, just
Like,
like the
didn't-
Michael Myers mask.
I feel like I've heard that they used to hang out,
They high-fived a lot. They were
well,
like,
yeah, they all realized
had orgies and weird shit.
Well, if you remember, I don't remember if it was last podcast.
I
they
think
did.
Might have
mean-
been last podcast.
I think you mean corgis. Those dogs are called corgis.
they hung
Weren't they
out with
both
corgis.
like partially like, hey, we can make a lot of money by creating a
I
religion?
think it. Yeah.
And
That's
they
a
both-
direct
they
quote
both
from
kinda-
Hubbard.
Yeah, and I think they both kind of went that way. I know, wasn't LaVey's whole thing like more of a parody kind of
Well,
effort?
I feel like the Church of Satan is very upfront about what it is,
Yeah.
and Scientology is very much a lie.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Good point.
And then John Travolta would later be in that one movie about Scientology.
All of them that he's in.
You're talking about
Earth.
Battlefield Earth?
Yeah, that one.
I was just thinking about that last night because we were watching Star Trek, and one of the Klingons with the
Shitty
good hair.
Klingons, is
came
what
in.
we like to call Battleship Earth.
Yeah. It's so much fun though. Have you seen it?
No.
I read the book.
The book's great. I mean, as weird as the background is of it, the book itself is actually a pretty good sci-fi story.
I've always, it's funny. I've always thought about going back and reading old L. Ron Hubbard. He wrote a whole novel about ghost pirates.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Back in the
ton
40s.
of sci-fi. I mean, that was where
That's
he
what
got
he
to
did.
start. Yeah.
I used to read was it Battlefield? Well, Battlefield Earth is what we were just talking about. There was another series he had. There were these big, thick books, Mission Earth maybe, or something like that. I might be thinking
Mission
of the right.
Space, green or orange.
Anyways, it was just a lot of volumes, but it was really fun. I just remember like the scene where somebody getting tortured with cheese graters.
Well, wouldn't it be funny though? In the H.P. Lovecraft is like L. Ron Hubbard. No, thank you. That guy, he's got some very uncool ideas.
Did anybody think when you're watching this, like, I know we have this like rose-colored glasses, and you look back in the past, and people say, "Oh, we've degraded" or whatever. But like, this movie would have been really controversial. I mean, at this time, like, this had to have been crazy. Like, the release for this, I'm assuming like people were boycotting the film. Or...
No, I mean that probably would have helped it. Honestly, like, it did not do well. Critics hated it. I think a lot of audiences hated it.
Okay.
And it just was a huge flop.
Crazy to me.
You've seen the Dr. Phibes movies with Vincent Price?
I think I saw the Abominable Dr. Phibes years ago.
They're really fun. They're really same director. If you like this, highly, I think that's probably like his best work. But like, he wanted Vincent Price to play the Ernest Borgnine character in this.
I'm really glad Ernest Borgnine, and I realize
he gives such good face.
Yeah,
he does. And I've seen shots of him in that red outfit before. Like, that was recognizable. I've seen memes with that, or I've seen something. Obviously in our community, not just out and about. But I was like, oh, that's what this is.
Uncle Rain Talks.
That picture is from. Yeah, I'm not in there anymore. But yeah, this I can see again. Like, I can see why it didn't do well. But like, for someone who really enjoys those occult movies, like the Dunwich Horror, the Sentinel,
very much like Dunwich Horror,
very much. Except I actually like this better.
It's a better movie, I think. Yeah.
I think it's I mean, I love the Dunwich. I just love that feel.
That's Dean Stockwell, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But this is more like, that movie is kind of more soft focus, and this is like a fucking Western. Like, it's and big. Like, this movie felt like once
like
I kind of got
legend.
into it, it was just like big legend.
They drop you into it where you're just not quite sure what's going on.
No exposition done.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did too.
That there's no doubting Thomases. That they don't have to explain things to us.
And the reveal is good too. Like, it takes its time, and then you're like, oh.
It's very respectful of the intelligence of the audience.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it literally, like you're saying, it drops you in the middle of something that should be very confusing and chaotic, and I think most people didn't get it.
It's basically Shatner and his family back in the old witch times, Puritan times, were members of a group of Satanists.
Witches. They were part
witches.
of a coven of witches.
And they had all written their name in the book, which was part of that whole Salem witch trial thing. And Shatner's family, his wife, I guess, stole the book.
Do you think one ever signed those books, like, have a great summer, don't change? Or
First to sign your crack.
Yeah.
A lot of Anarchy and Metallica.
Yeah.
And they stole the book. And so basically all these people who had committed themselves to the devil were stuck.
He stole their souls. And
he had their souls, but they couldn't move to hell, right? Because they're just kind of stuck. Is that what I got from the movie?
I love that reveal where they pull up that little big urn.
Yeah.
And all the souls are in it.
That's the Devil's Reign.
Yeah.
So the Devil's Reign is what?
It's where he keeps the souls.
It's the chalice. What would you call that? Snow globe?
It's like a
chalice globe.
Urn is good.
Urn?
Urn is good.
Yeah.
Ernest.
With a TV in it.
And that's pretty fucked up. They're just there, just
it
screaming
also,
their whole lives.
And like
kind of
half
looks like
drowning.
the Fabergé egg from Risky Business with a goat on it.
A decanter.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I love
a reliquary.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
Reliquary.
And they're stuck in there because they can't go nowheres.
Yeah.
I love that in the beginning.
They gotta get the book.
Where they show all the scenes of the devil, of the people being tortured in hell.
Oh, the paintings, the Hieronymus Bosch paintings.
And then you hear all the screams
of
the people in the Devil's Reign. That's what I imagine hell to be like and what it sounds like, and that's what is keeping me from believing in God. Because I fear hell so much. And this is like a perfect example of why I fear hell so much.
You don't like screams?
Just the constant screaming and torture.
Well, like,
if it was real, it'd be pretty horrible.
Forever.
I remember reading, I think it's a quote from Clive Barker, who talks about using religious iconography because of it makes people feel guilt.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the you throw a cross up in any film and automatically it hits that like part of you that internally is just going to make you feel guilty and make you feel dread, which is
even a chocolate cross.
Well, that's
even a
funny.
chocolate
I
cross.
feel like looking at the chocolate cross I got you, I feel bad about it because it's going to be a desecration of a sacred object when you eat it.
Did you guys feel
and
that?
That scares the hell out of me.
Like, I'm a pretty hardcore atheist, but seeing Notre Dame burning, that touches you a little.
The only reason
Because it's history.
That's
and art
because it's old. Yeah,
and old. And I've been there, but I was real sick. I had diarrhea real bad from food poisoning.
it's because you went to Notre Dame.
So yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
I can't remember if it was a listener or where I feel like someone said something like, "Oh, this is a pretty bad movie." Listeners, if that was you or
call in right now.
Whoever that was, if you don't think this is a good movie, I'd like you to tell me why you think that, because this is a fucking great movie, and I strongly disagree with you on every fucking level.
See, I think this is an actual great picture of the energy that you create, drawing the energy that you hate. You just gave a great illustration of that.
You can hate it. I just want to know
Justify
why.
your existence.
I don't think it was a perfect movie.
It's not a perfect movie, but it's a great movie.
No, it's a good. Like there were like some flaws I can point out.
Sure,
like,
there's flaws, but
like,
overall, this is a great movie.
I have to say, like Ernest Borgnine's makeup when he was a goat person.
I don't know if that was him.
That was him.
Yeah,
he looks smaller.
He's not big.
It looked too cuddly to me. It was too cute.
Well,
I get what you're saying.
It looked like Mr. Tumnus from
he give you
Lion Witch of the Wardrobe.
But I hear what you're saying,
lights.
and I feel like this is actually something where me and other people sometimes part ways, because I've drawn some things where people are like, "Oh, that's really cute," and I'm like, "No, it's horrible because it looks cute."
And I need you to explain to me.
It was the feathered hair he had.
I
don't feel the devil has feathered hair.
I get what you're saying, and
he is cuddly.
And well, he wasn't the devil even. Like that was his like.
He was the ram.
That was what he. Yeah, and I get what you're saying. I completely hear what you're saying, but I kind of like. For me, it was even more creepy because it was just like, oh, this is what he really looks like, and he's just got this face on, but he's this demon. He's become this demonic thing over all this time, and this is like his true form. And I thought that was pretty fucking.
Did you guys enjoy Keenan Ivory Wynn's performance?
I love Keenan Wynn. Every time I see him.
Who was Keenan Wynn?
He is the sheriff.
Yeah, he was in. If you've seen Dr. Strangelove,
No.
we need to watch that.
Once Upon a Time in the Old West.
My favorite moment of this movie was when the doctor. Tom Skerritt's like doctor friend. Tom Skerritt's a doctor.
Eddie Albert.
That guy.
The Van Helsing of this movie.
So Tom Skerritt's off trying to save his wife, and Van Helsing has
I keep
reliquary.
thinking you're going to say Tom Segura.
Tom Segura is off making jokes. And he's got the reliquary, and he's like, back off or I'm going to fuck this shit up. And they just come over and take it gently from him.
That was hilarious.
And he's like, well, shit.
Oh, man.
I thought it was a great moment. Like, because these heroes think they're a great nihilistic ending, by the way.
Yeah, they smash the reliquary open, and everybody melts.
Yeah.
The actress who played Lilith in this was in the Ghostbusters, and when I say the Ghostbusters,
Oh, right, the show that the Filmation cartoon was based on, the live action.
yeah,
show.
the live action show
That,
with a gorilla in it.
I think it also had a gopher from Love Boat.
Gopher was in.
I do love that
He
moment
was either in
too.
the show The Monster Squad
Well, when they're done.
or
Oh, you mean he was?
Ghostbusters.
I
when
gotcha,
they're
yeah.
done, Mike. No, Mike was saying something.
No, well, I was just gonna say I love that moment too, but to
Which moment? The melty moment?
then they just
Where
take
they just
the,
take the shit away
They're
from
just
him.
like,
they just take
we're
the
gonna
pot
take that.
away because that pot, I'm like, that pot looks super heavy.
Yeah.
But then the ending, well, I did think when they smashed the pot, I'm like, all these people are gonna get their eyeballs back.
Yeah.
And they don't get their eyeballs
No.
back. In fact, it gets much worse for them.
Yeah, exactly. And then, and just the fact that, spoiler alert, like they didn't fucking kill him. Like it's so great.
And he fools everybody.
Yeah, I fucking love this movie.
Yeah.
This is rocketed to the top of my list
That was
of movies I've seen.
I was the ending hit me because like when he spoiler alert again.
Yeah.
like,
We
he-
always spoiler
yeah.
this.
Spoiler it.
Tom Skerritt's wife, like her soul goes into the new Devil's Reign,
Yeah.
and at the end, Tom Skerritt hugs her.
Yep.
He thinks everything's good.
But she turns into Ernest Borgnine at the end.
Yeah. I would have liked that more if it was in the bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, thank God it's just a hug. That's just and not like another moment.
Well, you don't know where his hands are.
Also,
but it just made me sad. She's like trapped in there by herself. At least the other people had people
to hang out with
and scream with.
Yeah.
She's there by herself.
What are you doing tonight? Screaming in a giant egg, you? It's very Easter appropriate when you think about it.
It is Easter appropriate. Yeah. I wanted to go back to what we were talking about, them just taking the thing from Eddie Albert so easily. We Alise and I also talked about how, like, in these movies, no one ever has a plan. When, like, Tom Skerritt, first he's like, I'm just going to put on a hood and no one will realize I'm not part of the group. Which is a common thing in, like, a lot of these movies, or a lot of movies in general, is like people like, I'm gonna infiltrate.
That's what Conan did.
I know, that's what Conan did.
You shouldn't hide.
But he was going to suck that guy's
body.
dick. Yeah,
remember? Yeah,
I do remember.
He's like, son, your body's just like amazing. It's rocking.
Well, let me suck your dick, and I will prove that I am part of this group.
That was a bad.
I don't like any of them.
Let me suck your dick.
Anyway,
no.
But I actually really like that, how they go in, and first Tom Skerritt has no plan. He's like, I'm going to jump into the group and grab my wife. And then Eddie Albert's like, oh, whoa, calm down. Let's get this first. And, here you guys go. And he just, like, basically just hands it off accidentally. All-star cast, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Everybody.
Yeah. To people of our generation, we're like, wow. And then if you're like, you're like, what are they talking about?
If you're under the age
of Borgnine?
This was one
Ida
of those...
Lupino?
Ernest Borgnine, Ida Lupino, William Shatner, Keenan Wynn,
John Travolta.
Tom Skerritt.
Tom fucking Skerritt. He had to be 11.
If there are kids out there, you know, they love Tom Skerritt. Those kids are like, I'll see anything with Skerritt in it. Skerritt or Hannah Montana.
He was Drum Eaton, so you respect Tom
He
Skerritt.
was. And he fought the alien.
Mm-hmm. Tom Skerritt's the shit.
Tom Skerritt is the shit.
He's got a great face.
He does. He has one of the all-time great mustaches.
You know what? Everybody in this movie had a great face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very distinctive face.
Yeah.
That's what you had to have.
Yeah.
Today, everybody's just got the same.
There's no faces now. I love
Back
that.
then, we had faces.
But I love that in the beginning, the old man, when he was attacked by the
John.
I felt so sorry
people.
for him.
Santa Claus?
He was like, they have no faces. And I just love that description. It's just very evocative.
It was super creepy.
They hung him upside down.
He seemed so helpless too, and he was sweet and adorable.
I'd like to find out if this was a book originally, because it really felt like
I don't
a
believe
book
it
from
was.
the 70s. I wish it was, because I'd go read it.
Yeah.
I just read a book that I bought up in Fairborn, which is Halloween Town, Fairborn, Ohio. And it was about the Salem witch trials, because it's set in Salem. And there was a ship that had a devil. They sunk it on purpose.
It was called Ship of Devils.
It was called the Pariah. But it was like, it was written in the, like 79, 78.
Is it called Pariah Carey?
Yeah. And it had a lot of similar themes to this movie.
79 is a little late for what I like, but
Yeah, but I finished it when I was in Cocoa Beach.
I'm just being silly.
And I left it in the Airbnb. There was a little shelf
Did you
where it's
sink
like,
it?
take a book, leave a book.
Oh,
And I left it.
Oh,
No,
you're paying
I
her
left
forward,
it.
though.
I'll just buy
There
it.
were a bunch of German books because our Airbnb was owned by a German
Some
family.
German books?
There were no names written in blood in them.
Like
were
Mein
there?
Kampf?
Might need to find it again.
It was one of those books I bought because I had just read Paperbacks from Hell, and I needed all those.
How Inga got her groove back.
You know what? This is what this film reminded me of is the type of
Like Vater for
movie
chocolate?
that you'll put in like that list of like when someone says, "Oh, you're a horror fan," like recommend something to me,
Yeah.
because I feel like this is a film
Yeah.
very few people have seen,
Yeah.
and when they go to see it, they're gonna be like, "Yeah."
Here's the
that's
irony.
surprising.
Dave picked this.
Yeah, our winner of the main attraction raffle had picked this because he didn't know we had
he
already
might have
picked
been the
it.
one that said it was bad. Dave!
Well, I think
WTF, bro?
You're,
for
Dave,
some people,
don't worry about it. You're fine.
For people of our age, for some of us, this is so good. It's so bad. It's good.
It's not bad at all.
But
No,
There's nothing bad about this movie.
Kelley, I can see why people would.
I can see why they would think that, but I don't agree.
We should be so angry about
Hey,
it.
civility.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to come back.
I had to say at the end, they melted too long for my taste.
Yeah, that did go on a little too
You
long.
like a faster melt?
It was too melty.
You're like, they should have done that for 45
Yeah.
seconds in the microwave,
Well,
not
it
a
just
minute
went-
20.
They just went on too long. I don't
That's
know.
why you should always use Kraft singles.
It is. I agree with you. Like
I-
they like to hang on that
Yeah.
for, and
Yeah.
it does hang in scenes for a
Yeah,
long
I
period of
don't
time.
know what the rules of melting in this universe is.
That's kind of a Western thing, though, too. Is just to really
Taking your
hang in a
time.
shot.
melting.
But
Melt them high.
No,
Melt
that's
them
one of the
high.
things I love about
A fistful of melt. For a few melts more.
the Outlaw Josie Melt.
And I have to
The
say,
Outlaw Josie Corbis.
Once upon a time in the melt.
and I have to say, the melting reminded me of Nickelodeon.
Melt 'em high.
When
Yeah.
people get slimed.
I agree. This is one of the things I like about filmmaking from this time. And so again, Andy, I will acknowledge.
No,
Yes, I, get why people
no,
might say that.
I
but
like that they lingered on it to a certain extent, but
Yeah.
they lingered too long on the meltiness.
I hear you. I like
hears
letting
you.
those
Yeah.
stretch out, but I can see why people will look at this and immediately think this is so bad it's good. But put yourself in the mindset.
If you really relax into it,
Open your heart.
it is a
Imagination.
pretty groovy experience. It was rain when we watched. It was raining outside.
Yeah.
I had the fireplace going, our $35 electric fireplace, and it created the perfect
Yeah.
environment.
Whether or not it's so bad it's good, or it's just good to be good, like you still end up with the same good.
Yeah, you still end up with a fun experience.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Either
entertained by
way.
this movie.
Does anybody
regardless.
ever describe food as so bad it's good? To go back to,
Taco Bell.
Not me.
but it's
That's
good.
just good.
Good.
It's just good.
Anybody's like, oh, this is so bad it's good. This milk is way beyond its date. It's so bad.
But it's
Deep
got a
fried
certain
Twinkies.
good.
It's got a certain tang.
yeah.
It's that thing that starts off real good in the first bite, and then you're at the end, you're like,
You're like, this
that was-
milk looks and tastes like orange juice. we let it.
Whoa.
We aged it just to the right.
Is that a Heather's reference?
No, I just made that up.
okay.
Did you say the outlaw melty whales?
No, I said the Outlaw Josie Melt.
I can
Okay.
see the wheels
How are you
turning right now.
multitasking
Yeah.
puns? That's amazing.
Multitasking.
Multitasking. Is Dave mad at us that we?
No. He was. It took him a while. He came up with another selection. Do you
Proud
want me
of
to
you,
tell you
Dave.
what it is yet?
Are we done with the Devil's Reign?
I think
so.
we're done.
Anybody else have anything?
I thought it was
Devil's
a lot of fun.
Reign is over.
It's gonna
I
be the
love-
name of my Devil's Reign. Might be the name of my first Doom album, by the way.
Yeah.
Satanist. Well, the Misfits beat you to that.
Oh, did they?
They have an album called The Devil's Reign.
Oh, fuck it.
Sorry.
Never mind.
Fuck
But
it.
Remind me of that Burger King commercial with that song, like "I'll stop the world, I'm out with you."
oh yeah.
We should go out on that. Remember, we used to go out on songs.
We did, and then it was a legal gray area.
I don't know if it's gray.
Where were we? Oh, next week, as we drip drop little April showers all
Drip,
over
drip,
your
drip.
backs.
Drip, drip, drip.
We will be talking about Dave's pick, The Ring,
Oh,
which I have not revisited in so long.
Dave, I fucking love you.
He picked Rings, the really bad sequel.
I fucking love you, man.
Anybody
I love
else
that
see
movie.
Anybody else
Wow.
see Rings?
Super
I haven't-
rainy ass
No.
movie.
Real
I
bad.
haven't revisited The Ring.
Me either.
in,
Not a while.
In a while, yeah.
Yeah,
It's your best friend, Martin Henderson.
love that guy.
Just if anybody
Oh,
doesn't
that
know.
guy. Ew.
From when the fellas were extras
It's like
on
a
The Strangers 2.
I got PTSD.
They got yelled
Yeah.
at by Martin Henderson for talking during a shot.
We weren't even talking.
Oh, what was his role in The Ring?
He was
He
the
was the boyfriend.
We were acting, Amy.
That guy yelled at you?
Yeah,
We were
I didn't
acting.
think-
well, it wasn't really our fault.
It wasn't.
It
I didn't think
wasn't
he was
our
acting
fault.
anymore. He looked like such a product of like the early 2000s.
Oh no, he's a very good actor.
I'm not saying he's
Yeah.
not. I've never thought about him
He's
after
a
The Ring.
They, just,
Meanie, though.
they have Martin Henderson feelings now.
When we worked with him, he was a little much.
It was really the lady who was next to us. It was her fault. She
no.
wouldn't stop talking.
No, I don't want to throw people under the bus,
Yeah.
but
You really don't?
Oh, I
Mike
know.
was like, it's like, are we supposed to be quiet? And I was like, I don't know.
Well, they didn't say roll sound at any point.
But I was like, Mike's back was turned to Martin Henderson,
yeah.
but I was facing him, and Martin Henderson yelled at me.
I love this story. Can you tell me again what he said?
He was like, "You're not supposed to talk when there's no."
He said when action
Yeah.
means you stop talking.
You stupid Midwestern
But here's the
fat
thing.
white
You and I are done professionally.
Mike asked the question because
rubes.
Yes,
the scene was outside, and we didn't know that meant everywhere to not stop talking.
Well, yeah, because they were filming through the windows at that point,
which they didn't use in the film. And if they had, you would have seen my face.
And we didn't. Yeah, I know. We positioned Mike deliberately to try to make sure he was in the shot. We thought like, oh no, you're on this side because the camera's right there, and we'll get your whole face in there.
Were they recording dialogue at the time?
Well, here's the thing: there were no boom mics in the diner. But they were using lavaliers on the actors, and we didn't know that, and they didn't say roll sound or anything like that. We didn't even hear them say action, did we?
No. I think they did, but it was outside.
It was outside.
They just mouthed the word action.
We
all just did it. Listener, did you know
imagine
that?
it.
I'm still hoping for extra scenes from that.
We did it with all our clothes off too.
Freddie, you did give good face though.
That's right.
I still want my ice cream too.
Yeah, we never did ice cream.
We
just
got
go
yelled
there.
at.
Let's just go there and get burgers and ice cream.
Let's do it. And tell them it's free.
I'll be like, hey, remember this?
We acted here.
You told me we would have free ice cream.
We'll even sign their stools.
We were promised ice cream. We're local celebrities. Yeah, we were promised ice cream. And
do you
we
want
never
to pick
received
headshots on your wall? Because we'll do that.
You know who we are? Not only are we movie stars, but we're also podcast pioneers.
Yeah.
Hi.
But Mike, it was good. It was good acting you did.
Thank you.
Great
I tried. I'm glad that I had recently gotten my hairline trimmed. I didn't have a lot of back neck hair.
Yeah. You saw me though.
Did you?
I was fretting.
I keep freezing it.
So if you want to see the boys in their wonderful debut, Strangers 2, Pray at Night.
Which is actually a very well regarded movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean, independently of having the fun of being on set for it, like it's a good slasher with a great climax.
I've heard a lot of people say good things about that.
You
movie.
haven't seen it.
Watch the credits.
Oh, you should watch it.
I will.
You're in the credits.
Yeah.
I know. I will watch it. I just haven't made my way around to it.
That's insane.
La Llorona.
La Llorona.
He's gonna see he's gonna see Strangers Pray at Night Pray at Night first, and then he's gonna see Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, it may end up that way.
Yeah.
No, I'll see Endgame while it's in its theater
Don't be
run.
an idiot.
I'm not that excited about it. I want to be. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. Amy.
No, I do understand.
I want to be excited
about it. I think you're being a real dummy.
I want to be excited about it.
Then be excited.
Then just be excited.
I can't.
You can
attract
choose.
what you want to attract, Kelley.
I don't have natural excitement.
Be aggressive.
Be
aggressive.
The way that the other movies made me, the other trailers filled me with excitement.
It's a different time, Kelley.
This, I don't even think it's the movie's
fault. Is it because you're worried that Cap is not going to make it through?
No.
I'm worried.
It's not at all that. It's that the trailer it's just Tony Stark being sad. And Spider-Man's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, because he didn't feel so good.
I know. But
you can't
God, I watched that again last night. It made me so sad.
The thing that I'm holding on to is that Ant-Man is apparently I love Ant-Man. Mm-hmm. So that's
but not enough to watch the second one.
Maybe
I will watch the second one.
Maybe you can't watch everything.
All right.
Maybe the film just was so effective. The second film was so effective that you still have that emotional resonance, and that's what's causing you to not want to watch the third film.
I do want to watch.
Maybe the third film will give you closure at some point.
Andy was just trying to go to the bathroom like a normal person, Freddie.
Thank you, Freddie. Can call in while I'm in the toilet?
Yeah, if you could, that'd be great.
So at the end of every show, we always say hi to our Beelzebubs.
Wait, before that, we still have a chance at the Rondo. If you want to vote for us, the deadline's midnight tonight, Easter Sunday. So go to Rondo Awards.
Do you not feel good about our chances?
I don't know.
You said there's still a chance we could win this.
Well, no, I mean the voting originally was scheduled to end at midnight last night, but they pushed it ahead to tonight. So if you are
everybody
interested,
was 2/420'd out.
We are in category 20-something multimedia.
We are going to have a big
Yeah. I was going to say if you follow us on social media, you can just cut and paste the easy ballot that I shared.
Please do that. And we're also going to have a big talent show like tonight around 11 o'clock to...
Is Andy throwing up?
I don't know.
No.
Well, my joke, I can't remember what I was even going to say.
Listener, the bathroom is very close to the studio, and I think Andy might be puking. What did you do?
Or he's brushing his
him.
teeth.
I think he was he ran today. So.
Somebody farted.
All right,
And
so
it made him sick.
we're going to go ahead and say hi to Beelzebubs. I don't know what to do.
Are you okay? Yeah. Okay.
All right, Andy said don't talk to him right now.
Okay.
He's out in the living room having a donut.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. Do you come here for Lord Slayton, Jeffrey?
Jimmy B.
I hope that you brought your goats.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Cassie, Gamora.
The three of you shall be in my Fabergé egg for eternity.
Oh, no.
Amanda.
Hug and kiss.
Mandy.
You're a fine girl. Why don't you come into my dark satanic church and bring your gun and try to shoot me so I can say something quippy like that, your faith?
Ernest.
Ernie, you live in this part of the world. Can you clarify if there are dusty satanic churches?
When you're saying Mandy, you're a fine girl. Are you doing Mandy by what's his face? You're doing Brandy by...
It's Brandy.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
couldn't ever... Because I don't know if that line is in...
No, because you're thinking of, what's his name? Barry Manilow?
Yeah. That's...
Yeah.
I was like, is that line
You
in that...
came and you swang and you clang, yeah.
All right, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing Brandy,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure because I don't know that song well enough.
We've got Tree and Alex.
Blasphemers!
Oh.
Seize them!
I know Brandy well enough. I want to clarify for the listeners. I understand that
Brandy-
the sailors all say that.
That's a better song.
They're married to the sea. Yes, it is.
I'm not a Barry Manilow fan.
Me neither. That's why I didn't know it.
You're not Fanalos, and that's fine. What about...
Are you
Interesting.
Are
I'm
you
a Barry
Manilow?
I'm
I'm a man of no.
a man of mediocre.
Yeah.
There's some stuff I like.
I mean, there's a couple
I
of
like his
decent
story
songs.
songs.
Yeah, some of those are okay.
Are you guys Fandon Boones?
Oh, you know
Oh, girl!
I love him. I love him.
That's
She
Brandon.
scores.
Zow! Whoa!
Whoa! Hi, Bill.
What's
Bill.
up, Bill? Or as I like to call you, oh master of the world,
Yeah.
Satan,
Blake.
the deathless one.
Oh, good for you, Blake.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice work.
We got Mark.
Prince of the Abyss in my book.
Aww.
He'll always be our Prince of the Abyss.
Yeah. And finally, last week's guest, Alise.
Pure liquid green evil from the basement of a Catholic church.
Is
I was
this
going to say
true?
she's going to fulfill our lusts.
Oh, wow.
Because they say that about Lilith.
Oh, that's true.
She's
yeah.
going to fulfill your lusts.
All the lusts of the world.
All right. So next week we've got Bigfoot movie review from
Big legend.
and then one of Amy's favorite movies. Thank you, Dave.
Yay!
Make sure to become a member of the Legion of Demons at patreon.com/NOTLP.
Yay! We won't put you in a Fabergé egg, we promise.
Nope. This week's Origins was from April Fool's Day of 2007.
April Fool.
So that's fun. Check that shit out.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Boom!
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed when his old